Let me start off this video by showcasing this map. This one is called Terror of the Deads, and it's kind of a similar take, I guess, of a map that you guys might have seen. It's called Kraken, I think, that made the rounds around the community about, I don't know, like 2 weeks ago or something like that. But it was a beautifully made map, and this one is a masterpiece of its own, and it's kind of the similar take. So there's the sea monster, which is destroying the ship, and you know, the amount of attention to detail on this one is just, I mean, you have the fires coming out, you have the smoke coming out, and then the pieces of the ship. Let me just pick up a sniper to show you guys that you can even place towers onto these small pieces that have apparently flown out of the ship. And yeah, that's an amazing map. I think I would rate this one an intermediate one, just because there's not that many spots and there's some line of sight blockings. But yeah, this was an amazing map that I wanted to. Let me just actually see. No, you cannot place any towers here on the head or whatever it is. But yeah, this is an amazing map, and I just wanted to showcase this one. Now, this is a map called Moab Mauler Bay, and this is a beautiful map, and we're gonna be playing this one on Chimps mode. But let me just kind of walk you through of what's happening. So all of these props have been reduced in their size, so you can kind of immerse yourself. I think we saw a map like this recently, and you have these silos. These are missile launch sites, and then there's this huge Moab Mauler, which is with the I don't know how you make these things happen, but this is just beautiful. And then you have the rocket going up. So seeing this map, actually, you know what? Let's just get this thing going. Can we, if we place anything in here in the water? It's not gonna reach. So let me just show you guys how the balloons go. So they go like this. They make a couple of circles around it, and you know what? I think I should probably have. I do like he's gonna be fine. No, it's not looking like they are. Is he gonna snipe it? Yes, it is. That's good. And kind of looking at this map, I got reminded of an ancient strategy. It's not ancient, but it's from a long time ago, I would say. So if you guys have been playing BT6 for a while, I think you guys will remember this one. But there was this thing called a Moab Mauler spam, which is the most. I think it was one of the simplest, but at the same time, it was one of the most effective strategies that you guys have probably seen in BT6. Because those Moab Maulers, there was a certain period in the game in which those things were absolutely overpowered. I mean, it wasn't even funny. People were beating like the extra map quad on Chimps mode. What made them strong was that they would do a lot of extra damage to ceramic balloons on top of them doing extra damage to Moab class balloons, which are, you know, they're Moab Mauler, so that's kind of what they are supposed to be doing, but they were doing a lot of extra damage to ceramic balloons. And in fact, it used to be +5 damage to ceramics, which was amazing for the ultra late game when the super ceramics started coming out, and you have like 10 of these guys spammed out. And they got nerfed, and they actually nowadays have 0 extra ceramic damage. Okay, we have to do something. Okay, so let's not buy the Maulers right now. Let me just launch this thing, and I think that's gonna save us for now. But I need to do something like maybe the heavy. Yeah, the heavy bombs, I think, is gonna make these guys do 2 damage per shot. Well, it's only this one for now. The Dart Monkey at the back. This guy is winning the game for us currently. Oh my god, Count Balloons. Wait a minute. You know what? Maybe just like I missed it. I wanted to upgrade this guy, but I kind of missed it. I was slow, so I think this one is gonna be, yes, that's very good. Okay, so we got a couple more Count Balloons incoming. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get this guy to 023, and I feel like this dart should be able to. And if this guy's not able to defend everything by themselves, but then we have a huge problem. So I think yeah, I think we should upgrade this one for sure. It's only going to be 1 red balloon, but again, it's this guy at the back. He's saving the game for us. So what I did was I bought this cluster. I think that I just kind of wanted to stabilize, because these guys, the Moab Maulers, until you get a bunch of them, they're not exactly that useful. Am I buying a discount village? Strong 39, and I feel like the discount village is going to be amazing, because we're going to be buying a bunch of Moab Maulers, but at the same time, do I want to do this? I think I will. We're gonna have to buy 2 villages for this one, because we're gonna need a camo and an attack speed one as well. So I got the first Moab Mauler, and here's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna try and buy a second one before this round ends, actually. So let me try and do it like this. I actually don't know what's the better crosshair for this one. I think it's the top one, because the top one adds more pierce and more damage, but at the same time, I don't know. Okay, since it's round 41, this is the village is going to have to be the camo one, so I'm just going to get these guys here. This is not the optimal one. Like, we're going to have to buy 2 villages, but you know what? I think they're both going to be just discount villages, I guess, at this point. So we're going to get some huge discounts going onto our Moab Maulers, but we need to make this thing happen. We need to get the strategy going. So let me buy the second one. I think I want to have it over here, and the villages are going to give a radius to each other, so that's going to be nice. So let me buy this thing. Buying a discount village inside the range of a discount village, but this one is going to be the attack speed one. So let me just buy sight. I feel like this is a valuable upgrade. It's just gonna be super cheap. So let's just get that. You know what? I'm even gonna get the primary training. This is gonna give these guys range, and now they can even attack this outer part of the circle, which is nice. Let's see, a couple of ceramics incoming. So the Maulers are not doing any extra damage to them, but this is just gonna have to be the cluster doing all the work by himself. But I do want to keep just buying these guys, and I feel like, you know what, this is in the range of this. It's only under 1 discount. So let me just keep buying them, I guess, because this is the Moab Mauler strategy. Let me do it like this. I'm going to be buying 230s, by the way. The 230s get extra damage. They get +1 damage, and they get a lot of extra pierce, which we're not... I don't know, like the bottom path, you know what the thing with the bottom path is and what's the main difference? Is that once you buy the frags, the damage type changes for the Mauler, so it goes from explosive to normal, and that's really important because normal damage type can hit DDTs, but we don't have that problem now because Striker Jones is going to make all these DDTs vulnerable to us. So I don't think that's even a good idea. Like I guess you go for the bottom path if you don't have Striker Jones or something like that. Let's just watch around like 54. So this is one of those rounds that has a bunch of ceramics and then Moabs incoming. And I feel like, well, maybe this might not be that representative because, well, we have a lot of DPS going. 55, a lot of ceramics. We do deal with everything. I haven't even upgraded my cluster to recursive, and this thing is just destroying everything. So, I don't know. Maybe, you know what? Maybe we should have gotten the mentoring to get, like, tier 1 upgrades for free. I think I'm going to do that because I still plan on buying a bunch of Maulers, and this is like, I don't know what this is like value city, guys. So we have bought all of the discounts in the world. We're going to be buying these upgrades for free, literally. And I think I'm still going to go for the frags on this one for the extra range, even though that's not the bear cross path. I know I should be going for 230s, but I just kind of, I feel like maybe we want to get the range on a couple of these guys so that they're able to reach. Let's buy number 11. This one is kind of close. Oh, there's the BFB. How do we do versus it? Okay, let's see how we do versus 63. So we only have the cluster and then a bunch of Moab Maulers. These guys do 2 damage and have like about 20 pierce or something like that. So they should be able to clean out everything just because they're bombshers. Yeah, there we go. Just because they're bombs, nothing else. Okay, let me start buffing these guys. I'm gonna be getting a bunch of 401 alchemists, but first I just want to mark the spot for 1. I'm actually, you know what, I might even buy it. Maybe I'll just like get the relentless right now, do it like that. We're gonna need the relentless to basically stun everything else, but besides that, I think I'm just gonna keep buying 401. So I'm buying 401s because we have a bunch of towers to buff, and 2 alchemists is probably not gonna be enough, so I'm just gonna get 3 of them. How often do you see 3 401 alchemists? I mean, on the other hand, how often do you see like 15 towers in one spot? Not a lot. 76 actually. A bunch of regrows. Do we? I did not even see those guys. Okay. I thought we might have an issue, but nope, it doesn't look like it. I'm really trying to squeeze in as many of these guys as possible. Look at the range, by the way. That's an enormous range. It's gonna reach in the middle as well, but I think we have about reached our limit of Moab Maulers. We have easily over 10. I think it's 12 actually, or 13 or something like that, but that's a lot of Maulers. I think we're done with the Mauler spam strategy, but we need to kind of play it out and we need to see how everything is gonna do. Okay, look at this one. The 0MG is incoming. How are our Maulers gonna do? So for some reason they're attacking over. I thought there was an obstacle over here, and I thought that they weren't able to attack, but it seems like all of them are attacking, and the ZOMG, well, the ZOMG disappeared. Okay, so we kind of know that the damage from the Maulers is not going to be good enough, but we can help them out by buying some of these towers, like maybe an ice tower. So maybe we can unironically buy an absolute 0 over here. I think that's actually what I'm about to do. Let me get the absolute 0. So besides the absolute 0, I kind of want to give it, you know what, I'm just going to give it a little bit more attack speed, but I also want to buy some other towers as well. So this guy can see camos by himself, but I think that I'm just going to get the camo village, and I really want to stop these ceramics, and I want to help the Moab Maulers finish the job by themselves. So I'm going to get a tower that you don't see that often, which is the Crag Cannon. I don't think the Crag Cannon into the icicles, by the way. So I don't think you guys see this tower that often. It's not that good, I would say. It's like a nice tower, but it's not like a tier 1 or a tier 2 tower, I would say. So yeah, let's see how we do. So these are all just gonna be stall towers. I mean, this stalls, the ice is gonna stall, the absolute 0, and we have the ability which affects all Moab class balloons, and then we have the relentless glue. So I feel like this might be enough for these guys to do the job, especially in the 90s. Okay, so it's round 90, and we have the first DTs incoming, and we don't have biker bones at level 19, so it's only 50% chance that these missile attacks are gonna go through the DTs, but we have a million of them, so it doesn't even matter. So basically at level 4, and they changed this actually, it says it's not level 4, it's actually level 5. all black balloons are less resistant to explosive damage. So that's 50%. That's the number at which that's basically the chance at which you have one of these explosive attacks doing damage to DDTs and then black balloons. But at level 19 that becomes 100%. So we don't have level 19, at least not yet, and we're not gonna have it for round 93 for the next DDTs. But you know what, these guys, they seem to be holding everything in place just well. I mean, we're not holding in place these ZOMGs, but as soon as these things turn into BFBs and Moabs, I mean, everything is just being frozen in place. This is a strategy and a half. This is not one of those strategies that I do. Let me actually, do we need to freeze these DDTs? It's not looking like it, and I feel like when these guys come around on round 95, things are going to be a lot more different just because of this level 19 on Biker Bones. Okay, 95. We still don't have level 19. I can buy it, but you know what? I don't think I will. I just want to see how good we are without buying it. So let me use the stun ability, which doesn't do anything because Biker Bones cannot see DDTs. He's got no camo, but we still have the absolute zero. So it's only one circle around it. This isn't like Dark Path or what's another map that the Bloons do a couple circles in, like a balance or something like that. But they seem to be holding on very nicely with all these support towers. So this Moab Mauler strategy, I don't know, is it the Mauler strategy? Or do we just have like overwhelming amount of defenses, which are working kind of nicely with each other, to be fair, because we just have a bunch of stuns, and then even the damage is not, if the damage is not enough, we're still gonna be fine. So 230 seems to have been the Baron Crosspath, it looks like, and that was the correct choice for them to get some extra damage and extra pierce, because now they're able to delete these Moab class balloons. Although not all of them are 230s actually. These guys on the side, some of them are 032s, and that I get. What does this add, like the 032, besides them being able to pop black balloons? I don't think that this is the better crosspath in general. I think that you absolutely have to go for the 230 in general. We're gonna have level 20 actually for the bad. So this ability is gonna, when you trigger the level 10, it's going to give them extra damage. So am I clicking an ability? Let me just use the stun and kind of keep everyone in place for now. Now let's see how we do. I do have the absolute zero ability, and I think, you know what, I don't want to use it. I kind of want to save the absolute zero just in case we have any issues with the 45 DDTs on the next one. So I'm going to keep using the level 3 Striker Jones ability, although these guys are, you know what, these guys are kind of, they're going to make it into the bottom track now, aren't they? Yeah, they are leaking. Let me use the stun ability. I don't want to use the absolute zero. I think we might have to actually. Let me actually use it. Let me use it and let's see what happens. There's this ceramic balloon that's just being held in place somehow. Why is this thing frozen? Does the ability last that long? Oh my god, it actually did last that long. But it looks like we cleaned house. Okay, so these guys, they needed a little bit of extra help, it looks like. And the absolute zero is gonna come off cooldown for 99, so I'm gonna use it. I'll just wait for all of them to come out and then use it now. And then this should be fine. Yeah, there we go, because we have the level 20. And now we have the level 20, which is gonna give all these guys extra damage. So when the battle appears, I'm gonna click the ability. And let's see how we're going to do versus this one. I mean, we do extra damage versus the bat, but not that much. So let me use this thing. Let's buff up all of these guys. It doesn't last a long time. It lasts only like 10 seconds. But, oh, wait a minute. These guys don't have the damage. What? I think I want to retry this actually by upgrading these guys to assassins. They actually don't have the damage to pop the bat. That's surprising. I mean, they kind of barely popped it, but that doesn't count. Okay, so round 2 versus the bat, but I'm going to upgrade a bunch of these guys to the assassin, which makes them do extra damage to Moab class balloons, and we're going to have the abilities as well. So let me upgrade as many as possible of these guys. Not the eliminator. I'm going to be careful not to buy an elim, just upgrading to assassins, and that's about it. So I think we got how many? That's 7 of them. Let's use the level 10 ability, and let's see if that small amount of difference is going to of damage difference is going to make the it absolutely is going to make the difference. So I'm not sure how much extra damage they get by upgrading them to assassins, but you know what, it seems like that was more than enough. And there we go, the Moab Mauler strategy, which had to be turned into a Moab assassin strategy for the last round for the bad balloon. But this thing absolutely works. You just need the utility for it. It looks like you just need to help them out, kind of stun and freeze the balloons, keep them in place, and then they're just gonna do the damage eventually. So the Moab Mauler strategy on the Moab Mer Bay map absolutely works. And yeah, I think that's it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you all in the next one.